If you've ever used Apollo before, then you know exporting the actual leads from the lead database costs credits. So what I've done is I've built a tool that lets you extract the data directly from the HTML itself. In this video, I'm going to show you how to build this exact tool specifically for yourself. So let's dive in. Okay, let me show you exactly how this works. Once you're on Apollo and you've searched for your leads, all you have to do now is open DevTools, which is Control Shift plus C or function F12. So Control Shift plus C, that opens DevTools, and this gives us access to the entire HTML that is on the page. Now what we're going to do is highlight on all these elements, and until we've highlighted the entire table, so I can click here and I can hover in here until I've about selected the entire table. As you can tell, it's the entire table is it's highlighted in blue. Let me move this. It's highlighted in blue. Yeah, there we go. Yeah. Now all I do is right click on the HTML, this div right here. Right click and copy element. Now then we head to the tool itself. This is the tool itself that I built. You do is paste this HTML in here, and so this is running Gemini under the hood. And the great thing about Gemini models in general is that thanks to its large context window, they can handle pretty much any amount of text, which comes in handy when doing stuff like this. So I will just click on parse HTML, and it will extract the data cleanly from that HTML. Let's give it a few seconds. All right, now this is all the data in JSON format. We also have a table format or CSV. We have the option to download the CSV or download the JSON. Excel. Very cool. Now, how does this all work like actually? So once you get the HTML, we send this over to 2.5 Pro because, like I mentioned earlier, of its large context window, and it's also cheap. It's about $1.25 for a million tokens, or 30 cents if you go for the Flash model. Although you do lose that extra reasoning capability. And the clever thing here that we've done is instead of asking Gemini to directly extract the data from the HTML, we ask Gemini to generate a JavaScript function or a script that can traverse the HTML and extract the data from each table row. We do this because even though Gemini is fairly capable of extracting the data directly from the HTML, that approach will generate a huge number of output tokens, and output tokens are generally more expensive than input tokens. Roughly about, for this model, is about $10 for a million output tokens. So we just get the function as output, which is a lot fewer tokens. Now, the next step in this workflow is using a library called JS DOM. It can parse HTML and create a virtualized DOM that can be interacted with programmatically, like how you would with document query selector, like in a web browser. Once you've parsed the HTML, then we take that script and run it against that HTML, which will output the data in JSON format, and then we can use another utility function to convert that JSON to a CSV. Now let's check out the code itself. So if we open up VS Code right here, what I've done is I've written a class, encapsulate all the code for this whole thing. The most important thing here is the prompt that we're using. It's a function that takes in the platform and the HTML, so you can create like a dynamic prompt. So we just tell the model what exactly we want to do. And I need you to sift through this chunk of HTML and generate a vanilla JS script function I can use to extract the data from this mountain of HTML and return the leads in JSON format and respond with the blah, 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 blah. Now, also what's really important with prompting models in such use cases to provide an example of what we expect. It's just an example of how we want the model to output. And in here, we also we place the actual HTML that the user has inputted. Now, and then we have the function that generates the script. We first generate the prompt, dynamic prompt, and we use that prompt and chunk it into Google AI SDK and give it a few parameters here, system instruction. Now, the content here, the data, and we clean it up a bit and return it. We run this, we get the script, it throws an error, there's no script, and we initialize JS DOM with the HTML. and we grab the window object and we run the script on that window object, which will return the data. And then we return the data, extract the data to the user. Yeah, that's it. The whole code base is open source. So if you'd like to try it out and test it out for yourself, feel free to do so. This was a very fun little experiment. If you'd like to see more fun stuff like this, give me a like or subscribe.